Apologies for the quality in feed there. We'll try and work the lines and take you back to that important discussion underway. Let's do some other stories now. 2 suspects have been arrested by police in Ijura for their involvement in the killing of Ibrahim Mohammed. Angry residents of the Ashanti region town poured onto the streets yesterday protesting the killing of the member of the Fix the Country campaign. The late activist, also known as Kaka, died yesterday after he suffered a head injury in an attack in the community on Saturday dawn. Medical doctor at the Ijura Government Hospital, Dr. Mensa Manye, tells JoyNews the deceased head injury was severe and there was internal bleeding. He says at the time he was received at the hospital, Mohammed was not responding to external stimuli because of the injury and was referred to the Okonfa-Norte Teaching Hospital in Kumasi for further medical attention. Sources say he was on oxygen until he died at about 1:30 p.m. on Monday. According to the police, the suspects were arrested as they attempted to flee the town. Here's Ashanti Region Police PRO ASP Godwin Ahianyo speaking on the arrests.
This morning, I would like to inform the general public that the regional command has arrested 2 suspects in the attack and murder of Ibrahim Mohammed alias Kaka, age 45 and resident of Dagoba Line, a suburb of Ijura in the Ashanti region. The suspects are Ibrahim Isaka alias Anyas and Fuseni Al-Hassan, currently in custody. Both were arrested at about 10:45 p.m. on Monday, that is yesterday, 28 June 2021, following police intelligence. Witness accounts show that the deceased was ambushed in front of his house when he was returning home on his motorbike at about 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, 27th June 2021. He was rushed to the Ijura Government Hospital and was later referred to the Okonfa-Norte Teaching Hospital, where he died at midday, 28 June 2021. Police investigation will also extend to rumors that the deceased was a journalist and a member of the Face the Country movement to ascertain if the murder was linked to his work or the movement. Police appeals to anyone who has any relevant information to share with the police on mobile phone number 0299 207770. Such persons may also report to the nearest police station or the police emergency numbers 191 18555 and 112, or WhatsApp the police on this number 020 6639 121.
Now, there have been some reactions to this incident, and one of them is from the MP for Ijura Dumasi, where the incident occurred. Mohammed Brima released a statement on the matter. Let me bring you more details of that statement. Well, we'll bring you that statement later, and our colleagues in the Ashanti region are heading to the Ijura township, and the late Mohammed Ibrahim is expected to be buried today according to Islamic custom, and so we'll touch base with them and bring you all you need to know about this rather unfortunate incident. You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedu-Lansa. We've got more after this, to stay. Thank you for staying here on News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedu-Lansa. Let's go back to that story that we did before we took the break on the gentleman who has passed away after he was attacked over the weekend at Ijura in the Ashanti region. MP for Ijura Dumasi, Mohammed Brima, joins us on the line. Thank you so much for your time this morning. You released a statement. You have condemned the action. You've commiserated with the family. And there's a point you make about how unfortunate the attack is on somebody who was seen to be pointing out the ills of society. When did this incident come to your attention, sir?
Good morning to you, Bennett, and good morning to your viewers. It's unfortunate. This incident came to my attention. That was on Sunday. Sunday, because the incident happened in the early hours of Sunday. It happened to my attention that same day, and I issued a statement on the attack. Little did I know that the attack was so severe that the gentleman was going to pass on. So even yesterday in the morning, I spoke with the family, who are also even in need. At that time, that the victim was at the hospital, they needed some money. I had to transfer some money to them for the upkeep of the victim, only for us to lose him in the afternoon of yesterday. It's so unfortunate that this gentleman, who's also Mohammed Ibrahim, who's also known as Kaka, he's an MPP person. He's somebody who brings out the developmental challenges of the municipality or the constituency to the fore for redress. And some people, or some people who are believed to be the bodyguards of the municipality executive who's seeking renomination, just that his activity was a threat to the renomination bill of the MCE, and so they were calling him severally and threatening him to stop what he was doing. There were some voices that we later on heard.
Okay.
And it's all interest of people to know that even last week, that was precisely on the 16th of June, he was arrested by the Municipal Police Command for what offense we don't know. He was even issued with a
warning letter. Yes, I was going to come to that because
yes. So we're asking, what was his offense that he had to be arrested and issued with a warning letter? And
okay.
who is the complainant in that case in question? So later on, when it came that he had been assaulted, and the people who assaulted by the same people, my sister, the same people, they have turned themselves into attack dogs. Anytime that you say something against this president's regime, they come hunting you. Myself, I was a victim of their brutality last year, July. I nearly lost my life. I reported the issue to the police, up to the divisional command. Nothing was done to them. None of them was arrested, but I was hit at my back. And I said, nothing was done to them. This time around, they have gone to the state. It is something they've been doing last year. Even some substance supervisors, they attacked them. And they have gone to extra mile of killing someone just because of pointing out the ills of society or whatever is going on. But let me say, nobody forced anybody to take up political office. You offer yourself for nomination, the president nominates you to be a municipal executive. You offer yourself for election, and the election elects you to become a member of parliament. So if the people that you are leading see that things are not going on in the society, and they are pointing out, they should tell out that at least your supporters or those who support you should turn around and be attacking people. It's very unfortunate it has happened this way, but I'm happy now that the issue has taken the national dimension. Let me also note that when the incident happened this Saturday, after yesterday that the victim died, no arrest has been made, even though the police have released.
But we had an update. We had an update this morning that some 2 persons have been arrested.
Yes, these 2 persons were arrested because of the demonstration that they used embarked on yesterday after the death of the victim, and also now that the issue has taken a national dimension, they have no alternative than to do that. But I'm only praying that they don't sell these people as they have been doing in the past. Because this one, I believe, I heard the regional police command sent a team, and then with some basic personnel from the 4th Battalion of Infantry who came to effect this arrest.
Okay.
So I'm only praying that they will take this matter serious, because these issues, if they don't, if we don't nip it in the bud, it is going to lead to reprisal attacks, and that will not be good for just a Ghana as a whole.
All right. right, so you spoke about that warning letter. I have a copy of it, and it claims that that Mr. Kaka Anyas Ibrahim, who's also known as Mohammed Ibrahim, had committed the offense of offensive conduct to the breach of peace, contrary to Section 207 of Act 2960. I just want to find out from you, it appears that you had followed up on this particular warning letter. Is that right? If you did, what led to the issuing of this warning letter, and what did the police tell you about it?
My sister, I don't know what led to the issue of this warning letter. I didn't even hear about the arrest. I heard it later and saw the warning letter later. But if you look at that piece of the gentleman, he goes around abandoned projects that have been abandoned for long, picks them and puts them on his Facebook pages. And then even for now, let me tell you, my sister, a driving and going float. All the rescue dams are full. It is the responsibility of the assembly to take care and ensure that these rescue dams are clear. Because of that, we even I had to embark on the business with all the rescue dams with the Dragini, and we're in talks with the Zoom line to ensure that at least we clear these rescue dams. So these are the issues that the government brings to the fore. And the supporters of the municipal chief executive feel that these issues that he's bringing to the fore fall into the shortfalls of the municipal chief executive who's seeking re-nomination. I believe that's the reason why they were pestering him and reporting him to. So I don't get to know what constitutes offensive conduct. If somebody goes, if actually he committed a serious crime, they were only trying to put a fear in him so that I might stop whatever he was saying. For me, that's how I see it. But if they have actually committed anything against the state, it should be prosecuted and not more.
Okay, so this gentleman who has been identified as a member of the Fix the Country campaign, did you know him, or were you aware of his activities prior to this incident?
I know him very well. I knew him very, very well, and I'm aware of his activities. Myself, he has critiqued me several times, but that does not matter. That's why I said that I affect lead the people. I affect the leadership position I have been given. And so the people have the right to criticize me when I'm wrong.
And so, are you in the community now, or have you had the opportunity to visit Idra since this incident occurred?
Currently, I'm in Accra, and I'm now here to the coastline.
Sorry, we lost the last bit of what you said. The line is
I'm in Accra currently, and I'm now preparing myself to go to the consulate.
Okay, so but you're aware of the mood in the community. Are the youth calm now since the arrests were made?
Yeah, I believe since the arrest, the reason why the youth were agitated was as a result of the refusal of the police to effect arrest ever since the victim was injured. And with the spontaneous demonstration that they did after the death of the victim yesterday, and the subsequent arrest by the police, I think tempers have now calmed down. Currently, as we speak, they are the cemetery burying the victim. And I believe we've spoken to a number of people in the constituency, spoken with the chiefs, and I think tempers are now coming down. Well, what's now left is to ensure that at least those arrested are accountable.
Thank you very much for your time. That's MP for Setro Dumasi Brahima Mohammed there, giving us some more details about this incident that occurred in his constituency. He just gave us the update that the victim is being buried as we speak, and also mentioned that he's been a victim of the attack of these two persons who've now been arrested by the police. Now, family of the deceased is demanding justice, and JoyNews' Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin has been speaking with them.
My name is Fatih Ibrahim. I am a sister to the deceased. I'm also a nurse at Eninua Medical Center. To tell you the truth, I don't know how to express the way I feel. It is a very big blow to me. I can't just, words cannot express or explain how I feel. God. There is nothing, there is no better punishment than what God will give them. Even if I have to see him, whoever did that before me, the best punishment probably I had to give him was to take his life, just as he took my brother's life. But I cannot do that, so I will leave him with God. One day, God will judge all of us. And nothing can replace what he did, whoever it is, nothing. No matter what, whether he is in prison, it will not bring my brother back. He has family. He has kids. When we see him with his kids, they eat together. Now the kids are in the house waiting for their father. How? What else? What did he do wrong?
Out. Because the people who did that to him are people within who have been sent to do that to him. We know it. And for us, what we would take is that we are Muslims and we know per our religion is God who gives and he is the one who takes. But whatever punishment is it for those people who committed this act, we know that definitely if they don't meet it here, they will meet it somewhere. And what we are telling them is that whoever you people are, wherever you are, today Anyas Kaka has seen his own. One, he died in the house of his beloved people who loved him. But you just ask yourself, who you that have been sent to commit such or perpetrate such an act, how will you die? Where will you die? And in whose hand will you die? We are very, very much in pain because currently as we are standing, if you ask my sister, we are all working, but sometimes we have to forgo our shadows and come here and when we go home, the old women, our mothers and grandmothers, they will be asking us how is the situation. You can't tell them. Definitely we could assess on that day that since.
Let's do some local news stories now. The Pantang government hospital is on the verge of being shut down following a strike by workers at the facility. Ahead of the strike, the workers hit the streets to demand immediate action over encroachment on the hospital's lands. Medical director at the Pantang Psychiatric Hospital, Dr. Frank Banning, tells JoyNews he is in a state of desperation after several attempts to address the issues of insecurity at the hospital yielded no results. There's more in the following report by Manuel Cranting.
Basically, it's left with management to find every other means to care for these people. As I speak with you, I have to go to the wards to see all these patients. And I'm taking measures to make sure that as many as I can get to go home, I will. If it gets to a point that I can't deal with it anymore, I'll just shut the place up and wait till something has happened for them to return to work. Already, we see large numbers of homeless, mentally unwell people on the streets. So what is going to happen is that these numbers are going to increase. In this era of COVID, where we're trying to restrict people, we're trying to keep the areas tidy and all that sort of thing, those things cannot be done because we can't really contain these people when they become homeless and end up on the streets. We're going to have a lot of people who otherwise are very well going about their duties and contributing to the productivity of this country, who may relapse, okay, and may not be able to contribute as they are. And then they're also going to be a burden on their carers, okay, who are also attending to their own community issues to increase productivity. Besides that one, the mental health of the staff themselves, like I'm saying, using myself as an example, the levels of stress I have to go through at this very point is something that I don't want. Okay, and I'm sure the police are doing the same. Today they have to leave their jobs instead of attend to other security issues to be with us and all that sort of thing. So I believe, these things should be looked at in its wider perspective so that people will come back to work. I work within a ministry. Anything that is beyond me, anything that is beyond my limitations, I need to go to somebody higher than me. I've engaged with the agency, I've engaged with ministry severally. Nothing is happening.
And that was an interaction on the Pulse with Gifty Ando-Apia, rather. You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedulan. So do stay with us. We've got more plus business and sports coming up shortly. Do stay.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darrell Kwao. The Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, has urged the public to patronize Ghanaian handicrafts to help boost the country's economy. Speaking to Joy Business at the Arts and Crafts Exhibition, CEO of GEPA, Dr. Efua Sabiasare, said Ghanaian products, including handicrafts, have stood out and are of quality and are competing favorably on the international market. There's more in the following report.
The exhibition, which saw over 40 exhibitors, was organized by GEPA in collaboration with the Accra Arts and Craft Market Exhibition to help local artisans develop and increase patronage of their products. According to the CEO of GEPA, the exercise was a way of building the capacity of the vendors to market their products to buyers, saying so far it had brought more people, including expatriates, to patronize the products.
We always say that charity begins at home. So if people are interested in our products at home, especially the expatriates whom we export our products and services to, then it means we are doing something good. So for me, it's all good. It's all good. And this is an opportunity for us to test what we have with them to see if it's really going to do well. Yeah. The focus now for GEPA is on art and craft for this year, because we haven't done so much with it. We have tried, but it's a huge sector, and we need to make a deliberate effort to work on promoting this particular sector of the industry. Yeah.
The expectation was for the artisans to get local markets and identify some unique products from among them for international exhibitions.
They've given me the opportunity to, show up who I am and then what I do to the world and then people around me. So it's been of help to me as an artist coming up, and then this opportunity is the best I could have, and I'm happy to be able to showcase my talent and what is within me to the world.
Well, I have a lot, especially the Mokola market. That's at the back, one of my latest spending, especially from the Mokola, and then the Tama station. That's the Tama station, the Toto station, and then the seascape. Yeah.
Okay, so most of your artwork depicts places and events, right?
Our normal lifestyle here in Ghana. Our lifestyle here, the way we do things here in Ghana.
Meanwhile, some expatriates shared with Joy Business experience upon having a look at most of these products made in Ghana.
Excited about the paintings here, especially this particular one. There's some good artists here, and I really love what she's doing.
I've been in Africa for the last 10 years of my life, so first in Senegal and now here. I think it's a very good initiative that should be repeated often.
It's very diverse material, merchandises. It's very good. My first time here, but I've been here before, but my first event here like this. So I'm very impressed. Yeah, I think it's very good. There's always room for improvement. I think it's very good overall. I think you do some, good packaging and the way they present the items and whatnot. I think it's good.
COVID-19 has had a huge turn on Ghana's art and craft industry. With several innovations and strategies to revamp the sector, most artisans are being urged to sign up with GEPA in their Impact Trade Hub to expand the knowledge as well as explore opportunities abroad. Charles Aito's report for Joy Business.
Now, a labor expert is calling on government to craft a legislative instrument which explains how employers and employees can make maximum use of the laws. Now, according to Austin Game, there are enough laws guiding the safety and health of every working environment, but the problem is with proper education of both employers and employees to fully utilize those laws. Now, he was speaking with Insurado on Talking Business on Joy Prime.
We have a reasonably adequate laws, except that I can add that what we need is a legislative instrument to expand how employers and working people should make maximum use of these laws. Indeed, when we were writing the Labour Act and we came to section 118, all the way down to 120 thereabout, we have reasonably adequate, and this we picked from North Carolina, where we wrote the labor inspection aspect of it. We recognize that all we need is to ensure that people are reasonably well educated. Right from section 24, the directive principles of state policy in our constitution, where we lifted the principles and ensure that both the spirit and the letter is mixed up in our Labor Act, section 118. What we need is now proper education and the work rate of the labor inspection that must be adequately resourced. And employers, not just rhetoric, not just figure of speech, but properly educated about this, and also to ensure that working people have adequate knowledge in prevention and early resolution of such things.
Meanwhile, an occupational health physician, Dr. Kofi Davis, says every occupation has risks and health complications, hence having an occupational safety and health law will go a long way to protect lives.
Every activity has its own risk and hazard. So just permit me to clarify those two terms. When we talk about the hazard, it's anything that has the potential to cause injury or to damage the health of a worker or of a person. And then the risk is the chance that that incident or that damage to the health or to the safety of a person can occur. So in every activity, there are known risks or perceived hazards and perceived risk. Now, there are two types of activities that we have. We have white collar and blue collar. For blue collar, we're dealing with the mines, with oil and gas, with agriculture. And for white collar, we deal with mainly the offices. Not to say that there aren't white collar jobs in mining, oil and gas, and agriculture.
Interesting stuff. Now, essentially, I think it's safe to say that everybody is at risk for as long as you engage in one form of activity or the other for work.
Exactly. Even the banana seller, even the granite seller is exposed to certain hazards or risks.
And that's business for now. Sports is coming up next. Don't go anywhere.